webinar, BizBoost Informational webinar. I'm Sherry Minor, President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and we are thrilled to have you join us today for this insightful session to learn more about the BizBoost program, which is led by the Chamber Partnership with HTDC and funded by the U.S. Treasury. Over the next hour, we'll explore how BizBoost is designed to help small businesses succeed by providing no-cost assistance to access federal aid. But before we dive into the details, I want to go over a few housekeeping tips. The webinar is being recorded and will be shared with all the attendees afterwards and will be featured on our website. So please feel free to share the playback video with anyone that you think might be interested in participating in the program. Please submit your questions during the presentation by clicking the Q&A button on the bottom of your toolbar. And for those joining by phone, you can email your questions to Ruby Sermons at rsirmans@cochawaii.org. All submitted questions will be reviewed at the end of the presentation. Now, let's get started with the program. This program would not be possible without our partners at Hawaii Technology Development Corporation. And at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Uma Berkelman, Economic Development Specialist at HTDC. Uma?
Mahalo, Sherry. Aloha and mahalo, everyone, for joining us virtually today. Hawaii Technology Development Corporation is a state agency under the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism. And our core mission is to accelerate the growth of technology here in Hawaii. HTDC was awarded $1.621 million under the Small Business Opportunity Program, SBOP, for technical assistance. This initiative is part of the State Small Business Credit Initiative, SSBCI, which is designed to provide essential support to small businesses, very small businesses, and city-owned businesses. This was part of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, which appropriated $10 billion to the SSBCI program to provide relief to small businesses struggling to recover from the economic effects of COVID-19 pandemic. HTDC is excited to partner with the Chamber of Commerce Hawaii to leverage its extensive network in underserved communities across the state. This collaboration aims to meet the SETI and the VSB requirements of the program by addressing the needs of small businesses. This program provides expertise on various small business programs, and including capital assistance, grants, and other financial support available at the federal, state, and county level to support small businesses here in Hawaii. This collaboration is expected to bolster the local economy by empowering small businesses with the tools and knowledge they need to succeed. Mahalo, Chamber of Commerce, Hawaii, and our attendees for your support and participation. Mahalo, Sherry, passing it back to you.
Thank you so much, Uma. We look forward to working with you on this partnership and on this program. So about this program, BizBoost is a statewide initiative partnership, again, in partnership with Hawaii Technology Development Corporation by the U.S. Treasury, designed to help Hawaii small businesses and nonprofits across the state to provide access and maximize federal funding opportunities with the assistance of technical assistance providers in legal, financial, and accounting industries. Whether you're having to navigate a complex federal aid applications or not sure what programs you qualify for, BizBoost is here to help and at no cost to you. This program was designed to address some of the issues that small businesses face in Hawaii, such as over 95% of Hawaii is considered rural, and 2, lack of trust between government and small businesses. We will get into the program details shortly, but just want to get you thinking about the types of federal funding that is available for Hawaii small businesses. Listed here are some of the federal funding opportunities, but you're not limited to these funding opportunities, such as SSBCI, Inflation Reduction Act, Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, SBA, USDA, Department of Treasury, and many more. Disclaimer, this program is designed to help with financial, legal, and accounting support to apply for federal aid. However, if you're applying for a grant, you will still need to write the grant or hire a grant writer. This program, unfortunately, does not cover grant writers. But what it does cover is one-on-one technical assistance with experts in legal, accounting, and financial planning to guide you through federal grant and loan programs. Application support, getting help with preparing necessary documents at no cost to you. Finally, connect with local providers in your community who you trust and who understand Hawaii's unique business landscape. Now, I would like to turn it over to Tricia Fatui, our Senior Vice President of Events and Programs at the Chamber, to further share the program details. Tricia?
Thank you, Sherry. And thank you all for joining us today to learn more about the BizBoost program. So this is a really big program, and today we're going to cover all aspects of the program and different options that you can get involved, whether you're a small business, a legal, financial, or accounting expert, or a local association. So first, we're going to look at technical assistance providers who are experts in accounting, financial planning, or legal to help small businesses apply for federal aid. Technical assistance providers would get paid an hourly rate with a max of 20 hours per month. So second is small businesses. We're looking for small businesses who are interested in receiving federal aid and to be matched with a technical assistance provider. And lastly, and third, join the Hawaii Business Action Network as a partner and help us to share and promote the program in your community. Next slide. So for technical assistance providers, this program only pays, as Sherry mentioned, for services in legal, financial, and accounting. Listed here are the suggested services per each category. So for legal services, some examples include assisting with business information or adopting corporate governance documents, obtaining needed registrations, licenses, filings, and certifications, advising on or preparing documents for the business to enter into contracts, legal services related to the business, obtaining capital from investors, such as development of financial instruments, investment in term sheets, purchase agreements, and shareholder right agreements, legal services related to the transfer of ownership of interest in a business, such as employee stock ownership plans. So some examples of accounting services would be preparing audits, financial statements or business records, digitalizing financial records, advisory service or training regarding accounting practices, record keeping, or accounting software. Next slide. And then lastly, for financial advisory services, this would be assisting with the establishment of banking relationships or other financial services, assisting with applications for government, small business programs, including preparing financial analysis, identifying sources of credit, capital, grants, and other financing. And lastly, here's a couple more. Advising on factors that may impede access to financing for business, advising on financial management, and developing presentation to potential investors, financial models, and business plans. So that just gives you a kind of an idea specifically on those three categories and what those services that you would be providing to small businesses. Our goal is to secure 30 technical assistance providers, at least 10 in each category, and statewide. The requirements to be a technical assistance provider include: you must meet all federal and state business requirements. You must be a Hawaii nonprofit or for-profit organization who works currently with small businesses and very small businesses. You must provide documentation and meet at least one of the following. The primary purpose of the entity or essential part of the entity's mission is to provide legal, accounting, or financial services. The entity regularly markets or publicizes itself as providing legal, accounting, or financial services. Or lastly, at least 25% of the entity's revenues or staff are dedicated to providing legal, accounting, or financial advisory services. You also must have adequate financial resources to perform the contract or the ability to obtain them. You must be able to comply with required or proposed delivery or perform schedule, taking into consideration all of your existing clients. We will be having a BizBoost resource fair, so in-person event. So we do expect you to participate in the in-person event. Have a satisfactory performance record and necessary experience and technical skills. Be otherwise qualified and eligible to receive an award under applicable laws and regulations. Be a business that is registered to operate in Hawaii. Using the federal SBA definition, the entity must be a small business, which the SBA definition is less than 500 employees. And though not required, applicants will score a higher score if they can provide language translation services or if they can demonstrate knowledge of how to best serve the community's cultural differences and needs. Okay, that was a lot. Next slide. So now that you love it, say you qualify for those things, you said, yes, that's me. I want to sign up to be a technical assistance provider. What's next? So we have an online application, which can be found on our website, cochawaii.org, or you can scan this QR code here on the slide and it'll take you directly to the application page. So once you apply, the chamber team will contact you to schedule a Zoom interview. We'll do a Zoom interview, make sure that you meet those criteria, and then we'll approve you and hire you. We have a agreement that you will sign, and then you'll be added to our marketplace. So we're creating a marketplace that's basically like the chamber's directory, and it'll list all of our technical assistance providers on that. So that will also be a benefit to you because it increases your website SEO and visibility. So once you're added to the marketplace, then we'll start matching you with businesses that have already started applying. So since we just sent out a couple of emails the last couple of days to help promote this webinar, we already have about 10 businesses that have applied. So definitely there's a lot of demand for this program, but we also need the technical assistance providers to support that demand. So once you start getting matched, what we're doing is we're going to match you, and then we're going to introduce you by email, and then you take it from there. And then the technical assistance provider will start meeting with the business. You do your first meeting by Zoom, or if you want to do it in person, and then you begin the contracted work. The way we're going to pay you is through monthly timesheets. So you have to track your hours, track your clients, the status, and submit the monthly timesheet. You'll be reimbursed a flat hourly rate for services up to 20 hours per month. It is also required that your small business clients review the monthly timesheet and sign off and approve. We have to get their approval before we process payment. And you note that you can be removed for non-performance and non-compliance. You are required to report on status of submission, and you're also required to submit biannual performance reports for monitoring and compliance review. Because this program is with the U.S. Treasury, we have lots of rules and compliances, obviously. So we'll need your partnership to make sure that we are also in compliance. Marissa, next slide. So the fee. So technical assistance providers for the attorneys will be paying a flat fee of $250 per hour, a max of 20 hours per month. Likewise, accountants, it would be $175, a flat hourly rate, max of 20 hours per month, and financial professionals, $98 per hour. So typical time, an idea for like how long is it going to take you to help assist one client? It really just depends on the small business. If they're super organized with updated books, it might only take you 5 to 10 hours to get them off and help them to apply for some federal aid. If they're moderately organized, 10 to 20 hours. If they're a hot mess and disorganized, it might take a little bit more of your time, 20 to 40 hours. I'm also just trying to keep those hours in mind when you say like how many clients you can take on, and also with like your current client load. Okay, Marissa, next slide. If you also speak multiple languages, make sure to include that on your application, as it will be considered bonus points and give you more opportunities to be matched. And these are some of the languages that we are primarily looking for support with. Next slide. So as I mentioned, once approved, you'll be placed on the marketplace. And so this will be on our website, and this will help with your SEO and brand awareness. And the marketplace will be open to the public to view and learn more about you and your company. And that's included complimentary. Next slide. Okay, so second group of people that we're looking for are small businesses. So small businesses who are potentially interested in applying for federal aid, but need help applying. This program is designed for the following types of companies. Very small businesses, which are less than 15 employees, small businesses less than 50 employees, and entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, Native Hawaiian and minority-owned businesses, rural and underserved business communities, socially and economically disadvantaged individually owned businesses, small businesses impacted by the August 2023 Maui wildfires, anyone seeking help with federal funding opportunities, and is open to all industries, all revenue levels, all islands, but you must be doing business in Hawaii. I think as long as any of those items, you still fall under the employee count, that is the goal. Okay, next slide. So if you meet the previously discussed qualifications, we also encourage you to apply, complete the online application on our website, or you can scan this QR code. Once we get your application, we will review and you'll get notified of approval. And then we'll start matching you with an email introduction to the technical assistance provider that best meets your needs and in your community. So if you're on Maui, we're going to try to match you with a technical assistance provider on Maui, so that you guys can connect in person and have a better understanding of your business needs. We're going to do our best to not match you with someone, say, on Oahu to Maui, but if that's the only person that matches and understands your business, then we will likely do that. So then you will meet with a technical assistance provider and begin services. So the chamber will connect you, and then from that point, it's up to you and the technical assistance provider to connect and go from there. So as a small business receiving support, we do expect you to sign off on your technical assistance provider's monthly timesheets. We expect you to apply for the federal aid with the help of the provider. We're hoping that you will receive federal aid, so we want you to get the funds. And then we do expect you to complete semi-annual surveys and report the status of your federal aid. Since the services, you're receiving these services as no cost to you, you are required to participate in biannual surveys. Non-compliance in the surveys will result in you being billed for the services. So please note, also lastly, please note there is limited funds for this program. So if you are interested in receiving services at no cost, we do encourage you to sign up early before the funds run out. And I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, it is a 2-year program. So we're launching now, and funds are available until March of 2027. Next slide. Also, we are looking to have interpreter services available. So if you are a small business and Japanese is your primary language, then we'll be able to match you with a technical assistance provider that also speaks Japanese and can interpret and work with you. Okay, next slide. So save the date we're going to do 2 BizBoost resource fairs. These will be in-person events, one on November 13th and the second on February 12th. At these in-person fairs, we will feature our technical assistance providers. They'll have exhibitor booths and an opportunity for you to connect with them, connect with small businesses, to build that trust and to network. So small businesses will have a chance to meet technical assistance providers in person and connect with other small businesses. And in the fall of 2026, we're planning to host one in West Oahu, on Oahu, on the west side. And lastly, we will be hosting webinars with each of the Neighbor Island Chamber partners, so stay tuned for that. Okay, next slide. So who's ready to get started? So sign up to become a technical assistance provider, sign up to receive assistance, and help us share about the program with businesses that might be interested to apply for assistance or to be a technical assistance provider. Next slide. More information is available on our website, cochawaii.org/programs/BizBoost, or you can scan the QR code and it'll take you to the website. Next slide. Lastly, our trusted partners. So this program would not be successful without the help of our partners who we work closely in the community with all of our small businesses. For our paid partners, our expectations, and next slide. So our paid partners, our expectation is that you help us to advertise BizBoost program. So we're like a website ad banner, social media posts. We'll ask you to do an email newsletter ad, and we will be providing you with a digital media kit. So that'll make all of those promotional opportunities easier for you. Just copy and paste and upload. We do ask that you make 3 technical assistant provider referrals. So for the referral, please email me an instruction to your referral, and then also have them on the online application, list your name on the referral so we can keep track. But we definitely, for all of our partners, want those referrals in your community that will help with the businesses in your community. We're also looking for small business referrals. Really want to reach the small businesses in all of the communities across Hawaii. So we need your help to get them to apply. If they need help applying, please email me and we can contact them directly and help to walk them through the process. And we also need your help to host outreach or technical assistance events. So webinars like this one, we can host a webinar for your membership, or we can do an in-person kind of networking event like our BizBoost resource fair, or we can combine it with an event that you're already doing. So if you're already planning some kind of networking event, we can add some technical assistant, maybe exhibitor booths to that event, and our chamber team can come out and assist. We also expect you to assist with translation services. So if you are an ethnic chamber, say you're the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, we're asking for your help to provide translation services. If you are more of a regional chamber or regional or association and you don't have translation services available in-house, then we would ask for your support in any referrals of other some of your members or businesses that you know that would be able to assist with translation services. We do have a budget for translation services, so this is not something that you would have to do out of the goodness of your heart, but you will be reimbursed for your services. Okay. Next slide. And I think we're ready for question and answers. Let's see. Sherry, did you want to see if there's any questions?
Actually, it was so thorough. I don't think we have questions in the chat box. With that said, we'll wait a few minutes to see if there will be some questions added. Again, feel free to ask whatever questions that you need clarification or want more information in the chat box. Okay, there is one question, and the question is, will you send us marketing materials to push this out to our members?
Yes, we will be sending out marketing materials. So we'll do like a social media graphic and then also the caption. We'll do social media, website ad banner, email ad banner, and we have flyers. So we'll send that all to all of our partners to help that you make it super easy for you to share on your channels.
Okay, wonderful. The next question is, how does the payment structure work for option 3, the promotional partners?
Okay, that's from Annette. Annette at Maui Economic Development Board. And so Annette, I had emailed Leslie and Ela separately saying exactly how much money we would be paying Maui Economic Development Board. So different partners will be paid different amounts based off the size of their community.
Okay, any more questions? Looks like, oh, one more popped up. We understand there will be a recording. Will we receive any handouts?
Yes, we can send the slides. And then any materials that we currently have available to all the people that attended the webinar or signed up to attend the webinar. And we're doing lots, like the promotions have just started for this program, so you'll see a lot more information about this shortly.
Next question, is there any connection to the small business development centers?
So my understanding is small business development centers currently already provide technical assistance services, technical assistance provider services, and that they received funding from the SSBI, also the SBOP. So they're running their separate program. We receive funding, so we'll be working in collaboration with Hawaii Small Business Development Corporations, but not necessarily that we're not going to be giving them funds for technical assistance providers because they're already receiving funds from from U.S. Treasury.
Thanks, Tricia. Next question, for the technical service providers, are you open to any other services besides attorneys, accountants, financial professionals?
Sorry, excuse me. We would love to accept other categories, but the grant is only for those 3 categories: financial, accounting, and legal.
Next question, are there any types of small businesses that will be prioritized for this program? And do we have a target number of businesses we want to help?
We do have a target. It's 100 businesses per year. And then those businesses that are the primary are the ones that we talked about in the qualifications. So very small businesses, rural-based communities, socially, economically disadvantaged companies. But so like you could be a restaurant that's socially, economically disadvantaged, or you could be a marketing firm. So it doesn't necessarily mean what type of shop or business that you run, but as long as you qualify within the very small business or socially, economically disadvantaged business.
Okay. I think that's the last question. So we'll wait 1 more minute to see if there's any additional questions. And if not, we'll close up the session.
Great questions, everyone.
Yes. We look forward to working with all of you. Okay, well, we'll wrap this up. Mahalo again for joining us this morning, and thank you to HTDC for this opportunity to help Hawaii small businesses, and thank you to our partners for helping us get the word out there. And don't forget, we have a great in-person events coming up, and if you're available, we'll love to see you there. Please check out our website, cochawaii.org, and follow our social media on Facebook and Instagram to get connected. We are celebrating our 175th year anniversary, and we'd love for you to join us at our gala, which usually is a luncheon, but because it's our 175th, we are having a gala, an evening event happening on October 9th, and we sure hope you can join us. Mahalo again for taking the time to be a part of this, and we look forward to working with you.